I'm about to expose TJR for the very first time. If you've seen his videos on social media, I'm not going to hold back, and I'm breaking down exactly how this guy uses social media to generate millions of dollars every single month. I'm going to make a disclaimer right now because I want to say I have a little bit of a bias. I do not like TJR. I don't consume his content. I think what he does and all these info sellers online do is absolutely garbage and absolutely childish. Listen to me. If you want to learn something, YouTube and your own experience is far more valuable than paying some idiot like TJR to learn how to day trade profitably. Let me just start with this. Anybody who tells you, hey, buy my course, I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to do, typically doesn't actually make money doing the thing that they're talking about and makes all of their money selling the courses. How does TJR afford the Conan Zayesko that's in all of his videos? How does he do it? Is it because he's actually a profitable day trader, or is it because he's scammed the internet and taught them all that if you buy my course, the blueprint, I'm going to make you rich? Well, if he was actually a profitable day trader and he actually knew what he was doing, he wouldn't need to sell a course. But yet again, selling courses is a lot easier than actually day trading. I will admit TJR is incredibly good at garnering attention on social media organically, way better than me. Okay. On Instagram alone, he has 1.7 million followers on his main account. On his backup account, he has 227,000 followers. On TikTok, he has 1.9 million followers. And on YouTube, he has 1.49 million subscribers. Across platforms, this guy is pulling in millions and millions and millions of people every single day to watch his videos. That is what TJR is incredible at. He can just be a relatable person, just like one of your buddies at home, making a video explaining, hey, this is who I am. If you like me, cool. If not, I have nothing to hold back. TJR doesn't seem to hold anything back in his videos. He just is his authentic self. He's a goofball. He's funny. He's relatable, which is why a lot of people fall for his shit. Because if you see a relatable, authentic guy on social media just making funny, stupid videos, and then they're like, hey, by the way, I could help you day trade if you want and get this Yesko, what are you going to do? You're going to click the link in his bio. So if we click the link in his bio, it's going to take you to one place. And this is across all of his social media platforms. It's called The Blueprint. How unprofitable day traders are becoming the top 2% in the industry by using the blueprint. That's a pretty bold claim. If you don't know about the day trading world, basically what it is trading stocks. Now, you can trade stocks, and stocks are just a portion of a company. You buy a stock and then you sell a stock, ideally for a profit. What TJR does specifically is Forex. So it's not necessarily trading stocks, you're trading currencies in foreign markets. And it's one of those spaces that is incredibly scammy for a lot of reasons. Okay, you're going to see words like prop firm pop up, or I can help you get funded pop up. And these things are just very scammy and very scary. But people like TJR, because he's a nice, authentic guy, you want to believe what he says, right? So if you watch the video on the page, this is called a funnel, and the video is called a VSL, a video sales letter, which is basically going to pre-frame your desire to work with him. He's going to explain his story. He's going to explain what he's doing and how it all works. And then if you work with him one-on-one, you could have the life that he is promising. And if you scroll down a little bit more, this is what we call a quiz funnel, okay? It's going to be a series of questions that are going to, number one, qualify you to the sales team so that they can sell you the blueprint. Now, if you answer these questions incorrectly, if you don't fill out all the details, it's not going to let you process to the next page. But if you process yourself to the next page and you say, oh, I'm ready to invest. Oh, yeah, I could be available 24/7 hours a day to take your course. Then the sales team is going to get very excited because a lot of these guys don't know anything. They just know, look at the form, look at what they filled out, call the guy, try to sell them. The first question, are you serious about becoming a profitable day trader? For some reason, when I made this, the one major question didn't actually fit on the mirror board. So I'm going to tell you what it is. Are you willing to invest in yourself to become a profitable day trader? Now notice how he says, are you willing? He doesn't say, are you willing to invest in my course? No, because that would be a scam. He doesn't do that. Instead, he says, are you willing to invest in yourself to become a profitable day trader? Now, the wording is very important because once you select, it's not even yes or no. It's how willing are you? There's an option that says, yes, I'm very willing, which would signify to his sales team, like, dude, this guy's ready to buy. And then after you click that, then there's an option to book a time to speak with his team to figure out the blueprint. Now, they're actually not going to teach you a lot of things here. This is a sales call. So the whole point of this call is to sell you on the blueprint. If you think that they're going to teach you something, they're not. They might scold you a little bit for being broke. They might be like, dude, what have you been doing? Like, what have you tried? Okay. If you watch Alex Hormozy, he has an amazing closer framework. A lot of these guys use something like that. There's a lot of sales guys out there. Andy Elliott, Jeremy Lee Minor teaches a bunch of cool things, but primarily this call is literally them selling you on the blueprint. Now, once you select the time, the next page is incredibly important. A lot of guys in the info space use this. This is called pre-handling objections. So there's 4 stages to it. The first step is a video. You're going to watch it, and TJR is going to be like, thank you so much for booking a call. I can't wait to work with you one-on-one. Here's a few things before you hop on the call. And it's just going to be handling the objections. And there's only a couple objections that he has to handle. So in this video, he has to handle all the objections. And the objections really come down to, hey man, I have to think about it. Hey man, can we do this another time? Hey, I want to talk to my wife. Hey, I don't have the money right now. Hey, I want to look at some other options. But all of them root down to he needs to build trust in you, because you won't buy anything if you don't trust him. If you scroll down to the second and third and fourth step, it's going to be adding credibility. Okay. The fourth step is always going to be testimonials. So it's a wall of testimonials. His was really short. Some people have infinite testimonials that just seem to scroll on forever and ever and ever. And by the way, I'm sorry to tell you this, but a lot of these guys, you could just buy testimonials. You can literally go to specific accounts and just buy fake testimonials, okay? Be very wary when you see screenshots, okay? Now, the question you're probably asking is, how much is this program, okay? Well, I've never bought it, so I don't know, but this one guy said a year ago, it's about $4,000. So about a year to now, I'm saying it's $5,000 to $6,000, and then they probably do a PIF, right? You could do either a pay in full at a discount, or you probably do a 2-pay. So you probably do half upfront now, half upfront later, which is pretty common in the sales world, okay? Now, the only other interesting thing about TJR when I was doing this video is if you go to his YouTube, he offers you to go to 2 locations. You can go to the blueprint, which is what we just covered, but you can also go to this free webinar. Now, a lot of business info gurus use webinars in their funnel system because it's super profitable, okay? If you have a video where it's like either an on-demand webinar, which is seeming like it's on a Zoom call and, oh my God, I can join this and I can learn from TJR directly, but it's really actually just a pre-recorded call and you're joining a fake Zoom room, or an actual webinar, a real live webinar, then that's also cool too. So usually this page is going to be very short, which it is. You have the headline, subheadline, and then the VSL, and then it's going to put you to an on-demand or a live webinar where TJR is going to be talking. If you look at Brez Scales, if you look at any of the big info gurus, they're always running webinars because having that live interaction with an audience converts like crazy. Now, the ideal situation is to get everyone in person and at a live event. That is where sales go absolutely insane. And then also while I was digging, I found that he has a WAP community. He has a free community with 163,000 people in it, but then he also has a paid community, which is $97. Now, overall, I think TJR is an absolute goofball. Don't get me wrong, but I also think he's not as good as you think. He's not as good as you think. If you're sitting there watching his content thinking that you're learning something or becoming a better person, I would stay very far away and I would just focus on your daily 3-foot world, okay? Like block out all the noise, stop listening to brain rot garbage. There's a bee. Sorry, I live in the south of France. There's a fucking bee in my room now. If you actually want to build a business and you actually want to make money, stop following these brain rot gurus. Stop listening to me. Stop listening to all these people. Just focus on your 3-foot world. Learn sales. Go ahead and find a solution that you can help people with and then actually solve people's problems. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.